And I am back with another One Piece video, man. Hey, look, this is how strong Scared Luffy, man. All right, look. I'm getting some of these videos from my boy Fad X Shade. I don't know what it goes by, but yeah, you can go check out his channel. Um, anyways, man, hit that like button. Comment down below how strong do y'all think your five is, man? Do y'all think he's stronger than Barry mode Naruto? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think he's stronger than Super Saiyan 1 Goku? I hope y'all don't say he's stronger than Super Saiyan 1. But anyways, man, hit the subscribe button. Let's get into this video, man.
Monkey D. Luffy's strongest form that grants him the power of the sun god Nika and the legendary Joy Boy. At this point, Luffy has defeated crime lords, assassins, false gods.
There we go. Alright, hold on, man. Hold on, man. I come in and be spitting on something. Hold on, let me kind of go. Alright.
And now, he makes the unkillable creature Kaido look like a joke. From a young age, Luffy's dream was to become the Pirate King. One of the facets you need to achieve this is power, which is what we're talking about today. In terms of destructive force, even before the time skip, Luffy is a monster, upscaling from Gecko Moria, who can destroy cities in one hit. In terms of speed, Luffy has dodged many light-based attacks from different opponents. After the time skip, Luffy is strong enough to solo his whole crew from 2 years prior, including himself. He also learned the spiritual technique known as Haki, which gives him the ability to hit intangible beings, as well as precognition. Keep in mind, this is a Fishman Island Luffy who hasn't even shown his true strength yet, and wouldn't until the Dressrosa arc. Upon arriving at
Yeah. So I agree with what he's saying. I didn't know he'd be somebody who, you know what I'm saying, one punch destroys cities. I didn't know that. But that ain't no moon though. That ain't no moon. Hold on now. That ain't no moon though. Right? But anyways, man, him being like speed, yeah, he had caught a lightning bolt. It was stated that he actually turned the lightning bolt to rubber. That's how he was able to grab it. Yeah, he is light speed though, you know what I'm saying?
the island, Luffy enters the Colosseum to win his brother's former Devil Fruit. Here he is faced with Don Chinjiao, a character that can break continents with one attack. However, Luffy
Nigga that can break cities, not a nigga that can break continents.
isn't even phased as he goes on to defeat him with his
Alright, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Luffy's stronger than Naruto. Y'all got it.
elephant gun. The same elephant gun that was no match for his next opponent, Doflamingo. Dofi easily outclasses Luffy's Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd forms. Gear 2nd has been calculated to be a 10 times increase on Luffy's base, which proves that Doflamingo is in the continental tier of strength, as well as beyond light speed. So with no other option, Luffy uses his last resort.
That boy bounce man right there, yes sir.
With this form, Luffy completely thrashes and speed blitzes Doflamingo. That was before he shatters half of Dressrosa with basically one punch. Gear 4 is a 30 times increase on Luffy's base, plus the addition of armament Haki to better shield him. Just like that, the Heavenly Demon was defeated. But even this is nowhere near Luffy's peak. In Whole Cake Island, Luffy faces Charlotte Katakuri, the first commander for an Emperor of the Sea, and a so-called perfect warrior. He never lays on his back, never drops his guard, a man who can see into the future with a win-loss ratio of 99-0. But if Luffy wants to become the Pirate King, he could never lose to a simple commander, which is why he shatters this status completely. Luffy exposes Katakuri, making him drop his perfect persona. However, that wasn't enough, as the commander completely overpowers his Gear 4 in a fit of rage. Luffy doesn't stop there though, even after getting beat down hundreds of times. The future king of the pirates gets stronger throughout their fight, due to his Haki evolving, even learning the future sight technique in a matter of hours. It's to the point where Katakuri actually starts to acknowledge who he thought was below him, with him eventually stating that Luffy in base is his equal, putting base level Luffy at this point beyond his previous Gear 4th form, not to mention the new Gear 4 that he stacks on top of that. This new version of Gear 4 trades out power for speed, but the
make me
multiplier
hard.
should still make Luffy massively faster than the speed of light by thousands of times. Snake Man also allows Luffy to completely blitz Katakuri, the once thought unbeatable opponent. However, Cat was nowhere near finished as his Haki evolves as well. The two opponents attempt to end the battle with their final display of power, King Cobra versus Chunky Mochi. But in the end, this battle came down to sheer willpower. After a 12-hour struggle, the two combatants face each other, with only one having the will to keep fighting. To recap, Luffy is a warrior that can destroy multiple continents, move thousands of times faster than the speed of light, and even look into the future with observation Haki. In fact, he possesses all three types of Haki, including the color of the Supreme King, a 1 in a million trait, allowing him to knock out crowds of fodder by just looking at them. But none of that was enough to defeat the strongest of all. After using all of his power in Gear 4th, Luffy is completely destroyed by Kaido, doing no damage. However, his will is so vast and overwhelming that even while unconscious, he still emits Conqueror's Haki. So seeing him as a good potential subordinate, Kaido makes the biggest mistake of his life. He let Luffy live. Now with only one goal in mind, Luffy trains
I didn't even know they fought before.
to his maximum capability. Even with his rubber powers disabled, he still trains his real body to its absolute limit, completing days worth of labor in mere minutes. Hell, even when he's pushed into a cage match of death, Luffy still trains. This time he has the help of a former crime boss named Hyogoro, a master of advanced armament Haki. This new power will not only allow Luffy to hit harder, but also break through Kaido's thick hide. Following a lucky riot, Luffy overthrows the guards to make his prison his training ground, training for 2 weeks in preparation for the raid of Onigashima, Kaido's castle. On the night of the raid, an army of 5,400, including the Straw Hats and other top pirate crews, secretly invaded the castle in order to ambush the Beast Pirates. But due to Luffy being Luffy, this sneak attack fails and all-out war breaks loose. During the chaos, Zoro, Kid, Law, Killer, and Straw Hat make it to the rooftop. Unfortunately though, they were too late. The sight of his dying comrades bewilders Luffy as he walks past 2 Emperors of the Sea as if they were nothing to him. In this moment, Luffy remembers all of the pain and suffering that he witnessed throughout the past 2 arcs, and he rages.
Yo, imagine they had this soundtrack playing in the back of that motherfucker. I think if I would for sure broken the internet. They just had a crazy sound.
Luffy and the Worst Generation show off the fruits of their training to the 2 Emperors. During the battle, Luffy damages, dodges, and overall takes more damage than his previous Gear 4th did, proving that he has once again surpassed that in base. It's to the point where the group presses Kaido and Big Mom into transforming. However, Kaido's final transformation is too much for the group to handle. So in order to preserve his captain, Zoro steps up and makes multiple sacrifices during the battle, eventually pushing him to awaken a new technique that overpowers the beast. While this form doesn't last for long, he did buy enough time for Luffy to figure out Kaido's secret. Through getting hit by Kaido multiple times, Luffy figures out how to imbue his attacks with Conqueror's Haki, to attack with his boundless will. Most people think that this upgrade is just another one of Luffy's hacks, but no. Luffy surpasses his Gear 4th for a 3rd time, as now he's able to more efficiently react to and dodge Hybrid Kaido's attacks. something that nobody could do up to this point, including his previous self. For an update, this new version of Luffy is millions of times the speed of light and can output 615 zetatons of TNT, or enough energy to destroy a planet. Even with all of this power though, Kaido doesn't fall. During their
enough to destroy a planet. I haven't seen like no one in One Piece do that. How can you know when someone's, you feel me? Like, I mean, I haven't seen nobody do it on that. It's easier to scale for Dragon Ball people. Um, Naruto, we've seen people in Naruto, cut more than half. We haven't seen that feat from them. I mean, he's saying he can do it, but like we haven't seen. You know what I mean? So we haven't seen no one in One Piece do that. So it's like,
their intense one-on-one, Kaido decides to get drunk. A weird choice to make in the midst of a deathmatch, but this only makes him stronger, to the point where he laughs at this planet-busting
Luffy. He learned the drunken fist from Rock Lee. That's crazy.
Luffy. With enough stamina to activate Gear 4 for a final time, Luffy engages Kaido in the highest level of battle we've seen in the series. Years of training and mastering his devil fruit, he has reached the awakening stage. This is when the paramecia type Gum Gum fruit is actually revealed to be the Zoan type human fruit model Nika, turning a battle of mortals into a battle of gods. In his Gear 5 state, the Warrior of Liberation completely memes on Kaido. With the power of imagination, Luffy conjures up some of the most zany and insane tactics in anime history. When Kaido attempts to slam him once again, Luffy takes the shape of the club, spins back around, and punches through his opponent's head. When he is faced with the mighty blast breath, Luffy uproots the ground to block and starts using it as a trampoline. It's not just his abilities either, as the reincarnation of Joy Boy now has the stats to fight with the strongest creature in the world. While there is no multiplier for Gear 5 yet, we do know that Kaido is relative to Whitebeard, who is stated to be able to destroy the One Piece planet. The same planet that was calculated to be larger than...
Okay, Whitebeard was stated to destroy the One Piece planet. Okay. He's planetary then. Okay, then you for sure can bleed Naruto then.
Than our own star. However, even lower estimates still put the One Piece planet at dwarf star size. And if you thought Luffy was an endurance god already, well, now he has actual god tier endurance. None of the effects of Gear 5 involve healing or full regen, with Luffy making it perfectly clear that he was still on his deathbed. This is all while Kaido hasn't even been knocked unconscious yet. So if these two were to battle at 100%, then Luffy would be the winner, just like he was originally. In terms of hacks, Gear 5 Luffy can use Toon Force to manipulate reality, see into the future with observation.
He's not using Toon Force to manipulate reality. Okay, he's using his rubber Doflamingo power to manipulate this environment to rubber.
Haki, negate durability using advanced Conqueror's Haki, land hits without even making contact.
I agree with everybody else he's saying though, besides that.
With the potential to expand this range, manipulate the environment due to his paramecia awakening.
So why did he just say Toon Force? Why did he just say Toon Force? If it's not Toon Force, it's not Toon Force. He's contradicted.
Conjure fire for no apparent reason, stretch and expand his body to a completely ridiculous degree, and on that note, he is completely made out of rubber. This gives him complete immunity to electricity and blunt force attacks. Even on his own, he's been shown to have great immunity to poison. In terms of stats, Luffy can range anywhere from dwarf star to star level, living up to his title as the sun god Nika. Luffy's durability should also be on that level due to Newton's third law of motion. Yes, I just said that. For speed, he is over 390 million times the speed of light, which easily puts him in the MFTL range. So it's clear to see that Gear 5 is Luffy's peak. But what do you guys think? Do you think since he defeated Kaido, he's the strongest creature? Or does he still have challenges to face in this world?
Hey, Naruto fans, what's up? Where he beat Naruto. But anyways, man, that's the end of the video right there. Comment down below how strong y'all think. You know what I'm saying? If how Luffy is, you feel me? Like I said, is he stronger than Naruto? Is he stronger than Super Saiyan 1 Goku? And before y'all answer that question about the Super Saiyan 1, Vegeta, we'll see. He's 18,000 power level. Can blow up planets with 2 fingers. Okay. 18,000 power level. Goku, Super Saiyan 1, was 150 million power level. Okay. Just keep that in mind before y'all answer that. Okay, hopefully y'all heard this before y'all get to go down on this. All right. If y'all do hear this, correct your answer, please. All right. Anyways, man, hit the like button and subscribe, man. I'm gone.